Welcome back to Culture Matters. Joining us here in the studio are two race car drivers. Thomas Chan, he's a drifter, and of course Ryan Zhang. He like to race the car in the track, an expert car modifier. Okay, so how to modify a car? I mean, how much would it cost to modify a car?
I would say like 600 something thousand.
Which is more expensive than the original car, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Any stories about people modifying their car, just as crazy as you are?
Once a guy, he's calling me from Dongbei. He's asking me, can you turn my car to a Ferrari beater? I said, what's that? Because he said, I have friends, we are racing on the highway. And he just smoked me,
What kind of car he had?
He have a Mitsubishi Lancer, like my car.
Like you.
I told him, yeah, I can do that, but you have to, drop your car to Shanghai City and blah blah blah. And he said, okay, so roughly how much they're gonna cost me? And I said, I don't really take that serious, I said, oh, like $500,000 something, After 2 days, he catch an airplane to Shanghai into my office with $500,000 cash on my desk, and I said, see what you can do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
From a business standpoint of view, of course, Ryan, you would like to see more and more people to come to your shop or come to your company to modify their cars.
Yes.
But what's the real purpose in modifications? I mean, will you discourage some people not to modify their car?
Yes. Sometimes, the people with, the car and, like one of my friends is driving a Subaru, it's Forest, and it's 2-liter nitrogen spray, It's not a powerful car. And he is asking me if he can turn the car with a huge power, And I suggest, because that sort of car don't have that potential. So, yeah, I would not suggest him to do that.
For drifting, any specific type that's required or that's better, or any kind of car can do the same thing?
Not really, because the drift cars that we drift with, even though they're based on your factory manufactured cars, but after $500,000 of heavy modification, it's almost nothing like the original car anymore. So with that kind of modification down to any rear-wheel drive car, you can almost turn anything into a drifter.
What's the most exciting part to be a drifter?
Every part of drifting is exciting. Like I can remember when I was learning how to drift. Even the very first slide, once your car is sliding, when it's not gripping, it's very scary yet tantalizing, In the car, when you're gripping around the corner, you can feel the G-force. That's when you lean towards one side. But when the car starts sliding, that G-force disappears instantly.
Oh, really?
So it's almost like instantly you're driving on ice. It's something you learn how to predict what the car's going to do.
Predict?
Predict.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I mean, at certain speed, going around certain corner, if the car go out of control, if you go out of control the same way enough times, you realize what the car's going to behave. Put the car out of control, purposely, and then the car will actually slide according to, what your predictions are, and that's pretty much what drifting is, really.
I see. Ryan, why didn't you fall in love with it? I mean, why did you choose to be a drifter, actually?
The drifter, sort of the good-looking guy, with the nice car, and like we doing this 3-point turn on the 4-wheel drive car, they just, pop the clutch and throttle. Okay, and then the girls just screaming. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm the, just everything about the speed. Speed is speed.
Ryan, to a certain extent, he's a builder. He likes to perfect things, build the cars, and then try and break the records.
Because back to 5 years ago, it's a very popular sport in New Zealand for drifting, but in Australia, no. Australia is sort of like more close to America. We are kind of the street line guy. In 2003, I bought a Nissan Skyline GTR. People, they crazy about the car fans. They're crazy about that. But they haven't really seen the thing, Then once, just passing a service station, one guy knees down and doing this.
Really?
I have a very close friend. He's a Lebanese. Delivered the stuff for the shops and things, he's driving a van. And once I drive my GTR on the road, and he's just passing me, and yalla yalla China boy, yalla yalla is Arabic. It means come on, accelerate. Okay, accelerate, and he just chasing me. Then chase me out to a McDonald's, and we have a cigarette, and we talk, and we become very good friends.
It's fun, huh? Yeah. So, what are some of the do's and don'ts of drifting?
Do try and learn it from people that actually know what they're doing. It can be very dangerous. The most dangerous thing about drifting is probably someone wanting to do it but without the knowledge of how to do it and go out and try it out on the road. That's probably the most dangerous part of drifting. So if you come to our shop, we have classes, we have drift schools where we can actually show you how to.
You have classes to teach people how to drift?
Yes. Yeah.
I
mean, that's probably the safest way. I mean, obviously back in the days when I started drifting, there's no one around that could teach you. So we had to almost learn it the hard way, but we try and confine ourselves to the race circuits where it's the safest if things go wrong. But it's not always very easy to encourage young people to actually do what's right. So instead of just encourage, we actually took one further step by having those classes.
By living on this world, actually, for instance, like the beauty of the F1 races is you can observe, the speed or the techniques all the race driver have performed. You're not necessarily to do the same thing as them. It's just like Olympics.
Yes.
I mean, of course, weightlifting is good. I mean, people are so amazed. But if you don't have that kind of ability, don't try it. Or otherwise, you should have a good coach that coach you and that teach you how to do it and judge whether you are or not a good player of the game. I mean, I think that's basically the suggestions.
Yes.
And of course, drifting from the movie and by looking at the performance of these guys are so beautiful or sometimes attractive. But don't ever forget, if you don't have a proper training,